Everybody, I am starting a few minutes earlier for us to gather, and that's not for thanks for watching. Let's go with this one because I'm going to grab myself a coffee until people come over and bring their own coffee, and then we are going to start. So let me play some music for you just for a few minutes. Come, baby. You want to join us? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Come. You want to join us? You want to join us? Oh, baby boy. Oh, great. I don't have a camera, so now this doesn't help. What happened? Okay, I have to figure it out. I'm sure I can figure it out. There. Just in time. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Technical difficulties already? Of course, it's Mercury retrograde. Of course, it's going to happen. Let's see who I have here. Okay, it's all black over here. You guys still didn't see the camera, so let's see. Hi, Sandy. Good morning, Christina, Amy, and who else do I have here? Look at you, like you're showing up before I even get here. Hi, Dion. Hi, Lati. Good morning. Hi, Have you did get my email? I hope I did your reading. Have was like the winner the last time. So hi, China, Lelad, Rangan. Hello, Rangan. Well, such a beautiful messages. Thank you so much for sending me some stuff, beautiful stuff for Facebook. So sharing with everybody. Hi, Jan. Who else? Oh my gosh, Lati, you're amazing. Cat watches Vikings. Oh yeah, I do. I absolutely actually do I watch? I watched 2 seasons and then I started being bored. I have to say when the war started. So I have to really go back. Should I watch it? Guys, maybe you know. Travis, like, to me is like extremely, like, he's like totally my type of a man. Of course, I'm not his type of a woman, but I guess that's beside the point. Okay, so what am I doing? Like, it's Sagittarius time. Happy birthday to Sagittarius over here. Oh, you're on season 2. Season 2 was like the best in my opinion. So I just loved season 2, but season 3, right? Or was it 3? In which season? I cannot give out if you didn't watch it because it will be spoiler, right? When they started to go to the UK to conquer, it was kind of like really fun. Hello, Nat. So we are starting with fire. I'm using today, and I was really debating what decks to use. Oh my gosh, I was all over the place. Do I want to use Claim? Do I want to use this artsy world or not? It's like, oh my gosh, like, I mean, why is it like such a difficult decision? Then do I even want to read with tarot? Do I want to read with Lenormand? So okay, when in doubt, go to this basic standard. I'm using Robin Wood Tarot, and I don't know if you're going to see it emerge to decks because I did buy a new deck, but then the new deck, Mrs. Safi spilled the water, so I actually went back to my old deck and just like put those cards that were missing in this deck. And I don't know really how the cards miss in my deck, which is really weird. But the other one is like all swivelly, warped from water. Another one is like less known. It's called Urban Tarot. It is inspired with New York and everything that has been going on there, including there is a card for when the Twin Towers, basically 9/11 happened. It's just like really one of those cards that is really difficult to digest, right? And of course it's the Towers card, which hopefully is not going to show up, but it's very modern, it's very urban. It kind of like reflects my furnishing style. I like old stuff, but I don't like modern completely, but I like sort of the transitional kind of like thing in there. So we are starting with fire today. And I know I have been I'm kind of like slowing down with how much I can give. I'm trying to work on my annuals, so they might come, the first ones, in the next week or so for those of you who purchased. And those of you who didn't, come on guys, it's $19.99 a single sign and $39.99 all signs. It's still a really good time. The moment when I start releasing the first one, this kind of like jumps. Okay, so like, glad that you like it, Kylie. It just like sometimes it's a problem because it's really dark, that's why I don't do it as much, kind of like to show. But look at Chariot, it on a car, so I'm sure guys you'll enjoy it. So let's start with fire. Fire, and happy birthday. Hey Aries, let's see, I want to hear all fire saying a yay, I'm here. Fire. What? We have only 29 people. What's going on? Like what? Oh yes, the West Coast is burning. There you go, Kylie, they're burning. And or I think it's finally contained. So come on, California, wake up, join us, join us. Fire, 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 fire. Yeah, I don't think you're really old stuff, Lati, but nice try. Fire, we have 10 of Cups reversed. Fire for this week. Fire, fire. Hi, Torium love. Fire, and then we have Page of Swords, and we have Knight of Cups. So what's going on? This is really talking about some old emotional stuff coming to the surface. Maybe needing to have a discussion. Maybe needing to kind of try to figure out what this home happiness, what happiness means for you. Because there's like definitely kind of either somebody is not coming forward toward you as you expected, or somebody wants you to come forward and you want nothing to do with this unless some questions are reversed. It almost looks like that you are actually very independent in this period of time, in thought and in action. It almost like looks like that emotional things and romance is on the back burner, that at this stage, and this is kind of like a power position, given that like right now we are going through Sagittarius period, so it's kind of like your sister sign if you're not Sagittarius, and it's kind of like the focus is on you, highlight is on you, and it's kind of like really something that you really want to experience for yourself. And I don't know, we'll see if this kind of comes up with Sagittarians again, because there is like this need to kind of like get some understanding and get some answers over here. So maybe I should zoom this in just a tiny wee bit to see. Kylie, my gosh, exactly what have been on my mind lately. Well, that's really good. What sign are you, Kylie? Just quickly. Okay, let me just try to see if I zoom this in, will you still be able to see that? Okay, that's better, I think, a little bit better. So let's go with Sagittarians. Sagittarians, hi Whitney. So look at you, the very, ooh, look at that. We have Princess of Wands. This is definitely you, Saggies. We have Ace of Wands reversed, and we have Dominion reversed, Two of Wands. It's just like you are all in your element, Sagittarians. Look at this, the Dancer. It's kind of like playing with fire, guys. It's very clear that there are like some answers, and there's like some motion. There's like something from the past that you are putting to close. You're kind of like really not willing to grow something anymore, whether this is an aspect of your personality or a person or relationship, right? It's kind of like, I see that in the other decks this really talks about planning and the future, but I here see it as a blockage, and I see this as some kind of like being guarded, and you're like really hesitant. And where are my angel cards? You're really hesitant about going in a new direction. Let me grab my cards. So I don't know, Sagittarius, what is going on, but I'm kind of like reading this as a positive. I'm reading this as you kind of like want to experience things, and you're not willing anymore to just like, I mean, sit down and just like take things as you did in the past. So what angel cards do you really get here? Oh, your Sag Sun. Okay, so that's interesting. Faiths. I guess you really need to trust yourself, that this period is going to be really important for you. I know it's only a week, but this is going to be something where, you know, you're going to be starting to be movers and shakers, and you're simply going in a direction that I think you hesitated to go in for quite a while. There is like definitely no to the past. There is like guarding of the future, but in the now, literally you're going to live in the now and to the fullest. It's going to be almost like this explosion of energy, explosion of maybe even, I'm sorry to say, promiscuity. It almost looks like that she's some kind of bar dancer. And what is this on her leg? Can we see that? Is this a lion? Can you guys see that over here when I zoom it in? It is like definitely playing with fire, so be very careful, you know, child matches. Just make sure that you're thinking through things. You might also be constrained of kind of like moving forward in some direction. Maybe you will really try to express romantic things, but somebody will really want to know the truth over here. So let's see. Let's go with Leos. 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 Oops. We have the Mag. And we have Virtue. So interestingly, we had 1 and 2 of Wands, and now we have 3. So here is like something that is Fire Department New York, something that is becoming industrious. Oh my gosh, Leos, you know, what are you going to use your powers for the good or for the bad? This is like amazing. Look, he's coming to work. He has like this infinity sign. He's literally genius of his own. Over here there is like this, what kind of music will I prepare? Is it going to be romantic? Is it going to be fiery? Is it going to be something kind of grounding? Do I really want to make money? You can do whatever you want. Leos, you're like, there is like the beginning of a completely new direction. Maybe there have been emotional baggage that this is kind of like reflected in the general part, or maybe you're just like putting an end to one thing and completely opening yourself up into exploring kind of like new dimensions. This is really powerful. It's all about you finding a new ground, you finding a new foundation in which way to go. I almost like feel that Leos, now you're finally understanding, well, you know, this traditional romance, flowers in the basically arms are no longer what I really want. And you kind of like are trying to really think in which direction to go, but certainly you are very motivated. That's, you know, what they say in real estate, motivated vendor. You really want to make this happen. It's almost like you're trying through kind of like different things, doing different things. And look, the two of them jumped out. One is like enthusiasm, which clearly you are, and the other one is patience. Yes, pace yourself. Pace yourself. Rome was not built in a day, and you're clearly setting the seed. So don't burn yourself, because then you're going to defeat this entire purpose. So it's very, very important to kind of like go through this. Aries, 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 Aries. Lati, did you assign a moderator who is going to be responsible for the stuff? Just, I missed it. Aries, debauch. Oh gosh, you're going to have fun time. Aries is having Christmas early here. That's what I see. And you have prudence reversed. So Aries is not going to care about the details. I think Aries, it might have lots of friends, but let me qualify friends with benefits. So be very careful what you're doing, because you know, you might cry later, kind of a thing. It's not going to be real romance. You're not going to be into something serious, or whatever you're going to doing is going to be really easy breezy kind of a thing. This worries me. This really tells me somebody's going to forget condoms. Sorry to be mommy over here, but this is the card about the details. Details are very important over here. Getting some booze and making a mistake can be costly. So kind of like just saying, be very careful, because I see this is going to be really kind of like sexual. It's going to be very kind of like motion generated week, and you're going to just like put all the caution to the wind and just like kind of like go and enjoy it yourself. So it's kind of like really something that you will be doing. So transformation from what? Like generally, usually your guys who is the sign is like, I just want one man, or I want just one woman, and it's the chase, right? Going to that. But this time around, you're kind of like open to people chasing you. You're open to kind of like being seduced. Be very careful. Knight of Cups. Remember my angry unicorn. Where is my angry unicorn? It's like somebody who is really telling you a whole bunch of stuff that you want to hear. Hey sweetie, you're so pretty, you're so nice, you know, oh my gosh, you know, I wish I can have children with you and whatnot. Like you hear a whole bunch of stuff that all sounds good, but then next thing you know, there is like somebody showing you the real, you know, fingers or teeth or whatever. So you're actually really, revelation is, well, this person is really not who I thought he or she is. But never mind, I was not serious either. So it's going to be kind of very light. You're going to be learning through that. You're not going to take people for granted. You're going to kind of like give them a rope to hang themselves, but at the same time, you are not going to be fully kind of like jumping in with 2 feet. So it's going to be a very light week. So guys, really enjoy over here. What can I tell you? I think Leos are going to be the most intense from the fire signs. And I think Sagittarians, well, happy birthday Saggies, it's going to be really interesting, the process you'll be going through that I see. Okay, so have disappeared. I don't know, where is he? He was here earlier. So let me see which so I have to start taking this in my own hands, because I already know the protocol. The next one will be air, and then like usually like the other 2 slower basically elements always get screwed up. So we are going to do water next instead. So water. So what's going to be happening with I knew Sandy. I just know, guys, I can read you, trust me, I can read you. So we are going with water. And I need to have a sip of my coffee. I hope everybody had a good week. I had really issues with sleeping, really issues. It was like from not getting enough sleep to getting too much sleep, and now really trying to catch up. Water. All right. Water. That's right, laddie. Who is water? Like usually, guys, when I call an element, please say yay here, so we know how many like water signs are in the house. And especially when I come into the particular sign, it will be really good to hear from you. There you go. Hello, Scorpio. Wow, it's a strong sign. Oh, tomorrow is your birthday, Fern. Happy birthday to you. I guess you didn't expect that you're going to get this so early, but enjoy it. Pisces, lovely. Okay, water. I like everything in excess. Yes, I do. You should see my bed when it's presented for the visitors, not for me. So it has like 4, ooh, water got their answers. It has 4 blankies on it. It's kind of like that opulence that I like. And it's probably from my design past. You want to stay. What is going on? Water? This is not supposed to be monthly reading, but you have a 4 of Cups. You have King of Pentacles reversed. You have Knight of Wands reversed. Are you dealing with earth sign and fire signs? Here, then you have a Page of Pentacles reversed. Then you have like a 7 of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. So we have the whole family over here. 5 of Wands. Ace of Swords reversed. Lies. Lies and deception. And your awareness of it. Could be even argumentative nature. Water. There we have exactly the whole family. How? Whoa. What the heck is going on here? Let's reshuffle this a little bit to kind of like explain to you this better. This really makes me thinking on my feet. Look. King, Knight, Page, and Queen. Family matters. And the ladies are going to be standing, and everybody else, so that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's a male and female kind of a thing. It looks like it could be as much as 5 people involved over here next week. So I know that you guys, Americans, happy Thanksgiving. You just like had it a couple of days ago, but I know that you guys usually take this whole week. In Canada, we had it last month. So what we basically do, we just like have 1 day off. We have this, what do you call it, long weekend, and that's it. It's not a biggie as it is for you. But that's why we have a little bit more holidays than you have for Christmas. We have Christmas Day, then we have, I think, the Boxing Day the next day, and so sometimes we merge it together with the New Year celebration. So sometimes we have a 7 days over there. Mind you, like some of you also take Christmas holidays. So male-female thing really comes to play over here, because these 3 guys were reversed. This goes back to my angry Capricorn. This goes back to Battle of the Wills. Who wants what, right? You guys want love. You want one thing. You're so tired of things and people coming in your life that are either kind of like maybe pushing the passion button or pushing this family button, but it didn't really work for you. You feel that you have been lied to. You feel also like these 2 cards makes me feel that you're feeling that what is wrong with me, you know? Why? But you also didn't open yourself up to the opportunities. It can be simply because you were looking in a different direction when opportunities were happening, or you were like spending too much time battling things. This is not to say that this entire scenario was not having potential, but I really don't think that you at this stage are seeing this potential, because females are here the only like, I mean, one standing. So if you are the ones dating water female, she definitely will be in a very strong position. If you are a water male, then you will have to kind of like go a little bit more grounded, more feminine, meaning like paying more attention to emotions. This is not difficult for water, so I really don't have to go and elaborate, because you kind of like looks like you have options, which is never bad, but like, I mean, your options are giving you headaches. Almost looks like 3 possible options, or maybe even 4. Like, it's going to be tons, or it could be simply almost 2 options. That one maybe person is representing some kind of like family, or it could be family issues. This could be just like simply like a leftover Thanksgiving, that it has been too much for you. It could be like a fiery kind of like also attitude over here as well. But it certainly could be that is somebody with children. That's why I'm saying the family and kind of with this attitude. But you kind of like really feel very insecure in this position. there is like really what you need to kind of figure out something about yourself, because you do have a soulmate card. The soulmate card means that you are seeking. You're seeking, and what is really good about this is you're not settling. You're not saying, fine, okay, yeah, I'll get over it. Yeah, you cheated on me, but it's okay. I can stay the time with somebody. Nope, not for you guys. You are seeking, and you are not willing. And I think this is like this other meaning of this card. People say, readers say, well, this is kind of like a boredom, or, you know, somebody's depressed. But did somebody really realize here this person is really seeking something really particular, that something really, really has to come to this person's life? And until it comes, he or she is not going to be happy, because there is like obviously this dreaming about, you know, who do I want? What do I want? Right? How do I really, really go about that? And I don't know, did I kind of like lift this up a little bit? So let's go in the details. Let's go with so Scorpio was the first one to say, yeah, I'm here. So let's go with Scorpio. Scorpio. Oh, just give me a second to do something.
All right, I have exciting news for you guys.
No, that's the news channel. Pardon me. Pardon me, that's not what I wanted. I just need to make sure that something is uploading, because I did a few readings in the morning and it's going to take forever. I don't know if guys you're aware that it takes forever for things to upload, even though I have a really, really good connection. I'm doing something special for the people who were my previous clients. This is not open to the general public, what I'm doing, and it's basically annual review, individual. I might offer that when I'm done with annuals, but if you really want to be a part of this, I would suggest you getting on my mailing list. And that's how you're going to find out about this offer. Reminder, this is not cheap, but this is very, very useful. So, okay, so let's go back. I keep moving this stuff all over the place. And what is this? Okay, there we go. I'm going to be more stable right now. Scorpio. Sorry about scaring you guys. I have a whole bunch of windows here open, and they just like start to play when you kind of go. So we have again, look at this, we have another Knight of Earth. So are you guys having issues with your diet? Are you guys having issues with what you need to eat? You're not kind of like feeling right about yourself. This is really a really good card. It's about Master Chef, the gourmet chef, something that has been cooking. It's maybe not well done. Maybe you think you're making wrong choices of some kind. Let's see what else. Oh my gosh, how many cards are going to be here? Look at that, change. And this is kind of like really lovely. It's kind of like we need to make an effort, and it's like, I mean, cause and reaction are together. So for some reason I keep thinking diet over here. You're getting all these pentacles. It's like something about, oh, I know what it is. Like probably it's my American Scorpios are saying, oh my gosh, I have eaten so much, I have to kind of like watch about this. Then you have the Moon, and you have, oh, the High Priestess. Both of them are Moon cards, both of them reversed. You guys this is really telling me that this very intuitive thing about you, look at this, where you have the water is about these big dreams, because we just finished Scorpio transit, and what usually seems to happen is the moment when we finish is like you feel, oh no, kind of a thing, right? And maybe you're kind of like right now saying, okay, so now I'm a year older, what are my goals? What is, like, the party is over right now, the work starts, kind of a thing, right? These two cards really connecting with the Moon, both, like, I mean, really connecting with this intuitiveness, are telling me that somehow it's disconnected, the wires are, or it's not plugged in. Like you really want to get some solutions and some understanding, but it's not happening. So you really need to go back down to the basics, to what you do in a daily level, and things are going to start to kind of like clarify for you. You simply kind of like really seem to be bothered with things from the past popping up, and it could be about somebody that is really meaningful for you, or you really want something, but you're not really, like, it's very important for Scorpio to clue into a person, to feel it. That's why Scorpio sometimes tests and tease and even tortures the person, because they want this person to be so strong that in the good and the bad always stays with them, right? Not this week. Not this week, guys. This week should be about you, kind of like figuring out what you want. It says education. And I'm wondering, like, I mean, I don't know, like this gourmet chef kind of like pushed me on this kind of like diet thing. Be very careful what you eat. Do the planning. Continue with this planning. Things will fall into place. Just keep going. And I think that's kind of solution. Another alternative over here is like that you have to figure out how the structure of your family works. If this kind of like is taking too much of your energy, or your energy feels kind of wasted and spends lots of time in bickering, positioning, you know, boundary building, there is like going to be something like that. It's going to be quite a bit of it, but at the same time, do not lose it, because there is like something that is really hiding in the circumstances that seem to be a little bit obscure. It seems to be a little bit weirding you out. Just like simply need to be really content with who you are at home, who you are at work, and just like take one day at a time. So who is next? Who will be doing next? Let's go Pisces, because that also could mean that you have something with, again, earth sign, water sign, that is really showing up here. The High Priestess really worries me a little bit, and I think that's where this education is kicking in, because your intuition is not going to work. This intuition button needs to be like repaired. So you do have a goal, you know where you're going, but you also know what doesn't fit, but you don't know how to marry these two things. So that's kind of like going to be the flavor of the week. So this is Pisces, and I think another card flicked, if I'm right. Yeah. You have Queen of Swords and Prince of Swords. Like there is like not enough people. Hello, let's add in more. Now, this is really, really good. And I guess my cards can be shown better. This is now coupling. You Pisces are really saying, well, you know what, maybe I want none of that. Maybe I really want to kind of like go into something completely in a completely new direction, because look, here's called a hacker and she's called a painter. So there is like this creative meaning, like, I mean, brainy kind of a thing. But swords are always about intellect. It's like something that might be air signs that can push you in thinking about different direction, might kind of like unloop you, because when I see this Ace of Swords, it kind of cuts through stuff. And sometimes, like you guys, because you're water dweller, you kind of like tangle yourself up in the hooks, and it's kind of like a good sign that air is kicking in here and kind of like pushing this forward. It's like definitely seeing this some kind of like coupling. This also could be that mental connection that you have with somebody. It could be even somebody from the past that is now resurfacing to kind of like explain or ask. And it's going to be time for closure. It's going to be time for clarification, even a time for moving in a new direction. Because you actually are going to not to take anything that is not completely transparent. Queen of Swords, she likes beauty around her, but she will minimize stuff. If you are pissing her off, that's not going to last very long. You're going to be, you know, that's a very kind person until her basically patience is tested, and then off you go, kind of a thing. So, but it looks like there's this like meeting of the minds. It's kind of like something that's going to basically capture interest completely outside. I just like saw 3333 on my screen. So it's like something that is relating to you Pisces, that we were in the 33rd minute and 33 seconds, which is extremely powerful. It kind of like goes back to creativity. Maybe this simply talks about work, being able to push forward. Maybe some of you didn't get promotion at work, or feel that you're in a company that doesn't appreciate you properly, and now like this is kind of like really changing. Again, you're getting awakening. Yes, I think you're really coming up with this new ideas, with new opportunities, with new solutions. You're not really looking in the past and other people around you resentfully. You're more or less saying, okay, you know, I need to kind of like move forward and kind of like do things differently, and it's going to be a huge newfound enthusiasm that's going to kind of like really feel good. So Pisces, Cancer. So Dean is not here. Ooh, satiety. Oh my gosh, I'm not pronouncing this properly. I know. But look at this. There is like this giving birth. There is like this love in the air. There is like this understanding of, you know, hey, you know, everybody really supports me. I think this is like possibly one of these best cards, like Cancers. I mean, and Scorpio is really into kind of like self-discovery. Scorpio is in a self-improvement. Pisces are, hey, you know, I have to kind of try different flavors. But Cancer, hey, I'm here, I'm enjoying it, kind of a thing over here. Kalima. Ooh, and there we have, look here, this is you guys, the Chariot, and this is you, the Ace of Wands. Now this is to me a little bit confusing. So Ace of Wands reverse, it talks about kind of like letting go of something from the past. Maybe it could be just like simply being argumentative. And the Chariot tends to be a single person. It tends to be somebody who is understanding what needs to be, but this definitely is kind of like talking as the main card that came through as being a part of the group. So it's almost like that you want to be a part of a group, but you also want to be individual in it and be respected for that. And anybody who is coming in a way, anybody who is kind of like not a part of that big kind of like a rainbow, it's kind of like really time for them to go, and it's like time to kind of like really assert yourself. And this goes back to this kind of how this links to this general reading. It could be people from the past popping up. You know how I said it kind of is a choice between family and passion over here. I think you're choosing family. Oh, it's not surprising for Cancer, right? Pisces, in this particular respect, they're choosing neither. They're saying, I'm going something third, something new. And Scorpios are choosing self-discovery. So this is kind of like really interesting. So let's see. And you got release. Yes, you're releasing some parts, and you're getting responsibility. There you go. You're choosing family. You're choosing what is important. Maybe this also talks about if you're single, who do you date? There's like somebody who's like so sexy. You kind of like really want to jump their bones, etc. But at the same time, either the person is not calling you when they say, you already kind of like a feeling that's kind of like really fluffy kind of attitude in that, and simply going to be walking away. And that's why when I said this person is clearly waiting for something very specific. So that very specific is like when we focus our mind, hey, this is what I want. And yes, I'm exploring and dating and trying different things, but I really know what I want. What I really want, as the song goes, right? So it's kind of like really important to understand you have these like 2 R's. It's not rest and relaxation, but it can as well be. So sort of like find what presents home for you. That's the direction for you to go, and you can really have a very lovely and enjoyable week. So that was water. The next one, air. The next one will be air. So let's do this. Tari is picking up winner. Okay, thanks. I caught it now. So guys, you know what we mean being active in the chat. Like, I mean, we want to know about you. If you have any issues, want to share it, just share it, you know. It's kind of like forum when you have men and women. Men give you like their attitude. And what? It died down on me. Like my stream is like on red. It's like on the oxygen right now. So I hope you guys are feeling, you're seeing this better. Guys are welcome. I enjoy the Saturdays with you. very much. And I was like looking, I was like thinking yesterday, oh man, I'll have to kind of like separate and maybe stop these readings during the holidays. And then I looked at the dates. Oh yeah, cool, it's not going to be interference with any of that, so business as usual. And hopefully you guys will be around. So air, let's go with air. Let's go with air. Air, 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 air. Let's go with air. 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 What is going on for air in this time period? Maybe I should refresh it on my end to see if this will improve. Come on, I'm trying to do that. And let's see if it's going to happen. And if you can even see it. So air. Air. And what? It's gone? No, it's still red. It says YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Well, sorry, it's not me. My connection is really, really good. Air, air, air. Third, mind is going like ticker tape about anything. I know, that's kind of like we need to reassess our life. Air. Ooh, look at these pentacles for oh, there we go. Air is getting also master reading here. I was hoping to be done quickly, but it's not in the cards. So the moon, the hangman, page of wands, 5 of swords, 3 of swords, yikes, the emperor, 3 of pentacles, 2 of pentacles, 7 of swords reversed, and then a 10 of pentacles. You know, this is not that bad. I really think there is like this Mercury retrograde that is playing games with us. The moon is like really talking about not being certain about the decision and where we are going, and needing to do sacrifices in order to actually have this better kind of solution. It's kind of like getting energized because the air is doing well when it's going through fire signs transition. But there is like this essence that it was a third party. I can see that some of the air definitely felt or still feeling there was like somebody who was juggling. There was like somebody who really, who kind of like maybe had control over us, and this is like something awful for air. You know, like this grumpy cat kind of like pictures, like it has been awful, kind of like picture that. And it's kind of like the emperor is really, really talking about needing to solidify our own positioning. And I really think it's going to be transition between us being kind of brainy signs and always like thinking through, thinking too much, way too much. It is about this ultimate, like, I mean, thief of our sanity, thief of our, you know, comfort, thief of our dreams, right? And it's coming into that aha moment. It's coming into, look, nobody really won in this situation. And I think the part here that really gets me is like that air thought they have actually lost, that they have kind of like got the short end of the stick, and I sacrificed so much for you and what you did to me, kind of a story, right? We all kind of like been through that. But this is like kind of like giving me a flavor. Look, actually we have been in some kind of like protective box. What was happening, there was a reason behind of this happening. It is very very, very important to kind of like understand that this was done in our best interest. So it was like something, you know, it's kind of like you try something that you shouldn't try, I don't know, cigarettes and drugs and etc, etc, and then you get so violently sick about that, and you're thinking, oh, but this was done in order to tell you, look, this is not the direction where you should be going, because I think it's going to be a big switch over here. Like, this is really, really promising that right finally now is going to feel, okay, everything that I have done is all of a sudden making sense, right? There is like this essence of what rules I want to play with. It's kind of like, generally the problem with air signs is that air signs have loosey-goosey rules. because we are trying to explore different things. We are trying to be open-minded. We are trying to and really enthuse with people who are very different. But sometimes the different can also mean, well, you know, we are assuming certain things and they're not clearly discussed, because I'm seeing here clearly there was a one party that has been really, I would not say abusive, but playing the field. Look, this is third party, this is a 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 third party. Hello, we got it all. The only card that I'm missing is the devil, that kind of like didn't come through. So fret not, air. Things are actually looking up, moving up. This is actually very positive, believe it or not. Like, I mean, these are like very, very strong cards that are coming through over here. So it could be still it was some kind of like leftover, whether it's actively that somebody did it to us, or there's like still something that in our head it's kind of stuck because of that. It's time to release. It will be released this week. So Aquarius, oh, Aquarius works. And then we have this card, but it's upright. So Aquarius is turning things around. This is really, really clear. Aquarius, anything else? Oh, something else. The Seducer reversed. Knight of Cups. Yeah, it's usually people get there basically, you know, behind served. And now we have Indolence. Eight of Cups reversed. Look at, guys, 8 and 3 is 11. This is basically Justice card. This is Karma card. Some Aquarians might be connecting to Libras, to Aries, to water signs, or to earth signs. It is like clearly that it's talking about somebody possibly from the past, somebody who kind of like and this is the horrible thing for air. Like, just imagine this glass and you can see them, they're like kind of like reversed. We kind of like felt having this kind of like glass not only ceiling but stuck everywhere, and it was because of somebody, because kind of like somebody wanted to build something the other person didn't, couldn't, wouldn't, whatever it was. It could have been that there was the ex, or there was like, I mean, somebody who needed certain things in order for them to feel firm. But it looks like there was a person who really didn't care about the other person's feelings, who didn't really care about anything other than their own needs. Because look, you can see this guy seducing her in a bar. But when this happens, it's just like, hey, you know, I'm going to tell you anything you want me to tell you. And these kind of like people, this kind of like those pickup artists and this incels, these disgusting people who never basically come and approach you, I'm disgusting, I'm a POS, right? No, they're going to be so sweet, and they're going to show you their real colors the moment when you challenge anything. And that's basically time to run. That's the time to understand this. And it's kind of like that realization that I think Aquarius is going to have it. Look, I would never be able to build this. I would never be able to push this forward because it was just impossible. And that realization is like setting you free, because these three cards, they're all very unstable, and that instability has been here for a while, and it's kind of like really, really time to get it. And plus, it's not going to be really good to be on the receiving end. If you are that person in Aquarian's life, it's going to be, look, you know, I have no time to deal with you or any people like you. So it's going to be kind of like massive kind of like thing doing it. So vision. Yes. And a vision is like not something biggie. It's not like you're seeing the earthquake coming or anything like that. It says soul. It's not squared. It's sight and future. Soul, sight, future. And I think it's kind of like really weird. it's almost like giving watery kind of like a thing over here, because we see here there is no air for Aquarius. So Aquarius is all about kind of like finishing some emotional conclusion over here, and it's able to really pick up like almost like a water sign, you know, like what they said for Scorpio. They kind of like are not going to be very intuitive. The reason for that is like Aquarians stall it, and they'll be very intuitive and being able to read people like Scorpio this particular week. So, and it's going to feel again, I'm back in the saddle, I'm in the saddle back again, etc., etc., right? Okay, so Gemini, ooh, not bad. Wealth, victory, the sun, interference, and there you go, you have the Emperor again. So again, Gemini could be Leos, it could be Aries, something about this life. This interference, why is this showing up here? Gemini, like you maybe there is a person in your life that controlled you. Maybe it was like somebody who is father or mother of your children. That could be like, because the victory is reversed, right? It is about maybe child support. It's maybe about, you know, kind of like putting the ends together, like meeting those ends. It's going to be good, like you're getting the sun upright, so that kind of like minimizes everything. It's almost like deodorant or disinfector, kind of like it minimizes everything. So you need to understand that this is just a phase. The Emperor is over here. It could be a father, could be basically a boyfriend, a girlfriend, somebody who obviously has this really strong attitude. But this is also talking about inner maturity. I don't know, for some reason this is obviously dealing with some kind of familiar, I mean, we have this repetition, you're having this wealth repeating, and you're having the Emperor repeating. So it's kind of going to be really crucial, because this, if you haven't listened to the general part of air, please do, because this is really important. Air is because you see the sun is victory as well, but not in the same way. It's not any effort placed in it. The sun is like that is going to shine again. We are really certain. Well, maybe if we live, you know, 2 billion years down the road, we wouldn't be that certain. But in this case, we are still certain. If you really think in your head and you close your eyes and just like, okay, let me imagine sun rising. It's going to show up somewhere. For me, it shows up to the little bit upper right hand side, and it's kind of like that certainty. But in the same position, there is like some kind of cloud that I'm picking up over here for Gemini, which kind of like talks about each time that you're certain, you pull back, and there's like something that you need to release. And I think it's relating again to the general reading from maybe even jealousy, maybe something in the past, maybe you feel that you did sacrifices. There's like still some kind of like resentment about somebody over here that I see. So I don't know if you have any Geminis, tell me honesty. I don't know, maybe somebody also from the past is going to come here. We are after all in Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is like your ruler, Gemini, right, is affected, and Aquarians and Geminis are affected the most. So this could actually simply mean that. And it's clearly like if you feel that you're in a situation that you're cornered, that you have no options, like honesty is the best policy to get out of it, and it's really clearly coming out. Boy, air is really getting generous reading today. So who I didn't do? Libra, 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 Libra. Ooh, lovely. You're getting luxury. And look at these two dudes. I mean, hello, bachelor apartment. This is awful. Stuff is spilled everywhere. You know, obviously they haven't seen a woman in a while. Like they are showing this kind of like worse needs, but at the same time they're super comfortable, so they need female touch. And this is your card, Libra, this beautiful Empress with a baby. So now we have the Emperor, and the Empress is over showing here. So I really think, especially if you're female, that you'll be able, and also we have the Hangman, which is the same vibration over here. So it almost like looks to me that's a diamond in a rough, Libra. You might be meeting somebody. You might be meeting somebody who kind of like really never thought you would happen. But you also need to understand, because she almost looks like she's on some kind of like boat, and there's like this light coming on the outside, that you don't really take this person as a project. It's like not your baby, but you will not be able to resist, and you will say, look, this place is a freaking mess. If you want to be with me, I cannot stand it. I would not be able to be with you. Clean the freaking milk, clean the stain, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to like basically bring the beauty. So in a sense, you're almost like saving somebody. You're almost like bringing this like femininity into your life. And if you're a guy, this is clearly showing you like, you know what, you need to kind of like address your space. And I talk to my coaching clients all the time. There are like few rules for you to change your life really quickly. One, the easiest one is like clean your fridge, clean your closets. When this is organized, all of a sudden this good energy is flowing because it has somewhere to go. So guys, you know, this could be you, that you kind of like neglected your place. If you want the new things to come and the old to leave, that's what you need to do. And Libra, you're going to be expressing yourself fully this week. Flexibility, that's right, be flexible, because I have a Libra in me, and if I see something like this, like I go to my dad's place, he's like, oh my god. I mean, and like then you send all these people to fix the stuff, and I go, you know, ma'am, do you know that like this place looks like the bomb exploded? Yes, I do know. He's freaking bachelor, right? But you know, it's kind of like the instinct in me. I don't even want to step in, kind of a thing. But kind of be flexible, because obviously this is saying this person is somebody who really likes that domestic. It has like so many aspects that you will really like about this person. So don't kind of like throw baby with the bathwater, kind of a thing. And who is the last? The best comes for the last, right? We are having Earth coming last. So let's see what we see for Earth. And Lati, if you can remind me the next time, I really want to use Earth cards for the general part of the reading, just to see kind of like it's going to be maybe a more general message, but it's going to be sort of like helpful as well. We'll see how it goes, how people like it. I'll give it a try. That was like one of these methods I was considering. I don't know, how do you guys like Urban Tarot? I was like trying to see if she wants to do cards with me, and as it usually goes with these artists, honestly, any business sense is completely absent. She wrote a book. It's kind of like really amazing to me that people take the card, take 3 meanings, and they think they know tarot. That anybody can learn, but that's not what tarot is all about. You need to feel it. And she did put her life over here, and that's kind of lovely, but the book was completely off, and some cards were completely off. Mind you, this is like following thought tarot. Anyways, long story short, it was like, okay, she just didn't get it. But anyway, I really love this deck, and especially like to read it for my clients in New York. They kind of can really feel like at home. Toronto artists make one deck so I can introduce Toronto to the world. We didn't have a fallen tower, luckily, and hopefully never will. So, Earth, 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 Earth in the house, say yay. Earth in the house, say yay. Earth, Earth, Earth. And look at you, you slept in today. It's just noon. Well, depends where you are, right? Earth, Earth. And believe it or not, this was like my first deck. This, what you see here, I think it's almost like 25 years old, this deck over here. And I don't know if you can see it. Look, can you see this? How old this is? Can you imagine how much history it is in it? It's just like absolutely amazing. Earth. Oh my gosh, it is like so cold in Toronto. Everything is iced, and I love it. I like, this is like perfect. Believe it or not, I still have the window open in my apartment because it's like so hot over here. But I I just like love this part of the year. And I know it's crazy. I love snow. I like winter, but it is what it is. So we're talking about Earth. We have Ace of Wands and we have the Six of Pentacles. So that's your card. Lovely, lovely beginning. Earth, 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 Earth. Anything else? Oh my gosh, Earth. You know what? There's like no confusion here. No zillions cards like it came out for water and for air. This is really simple. If you guys still have unresolved issues from the past, you will resolve them. And it's going to be this heart-to-heart conversation that I see here. It could be the earth sign, another earth sign, a fire sign, or a water sign that you're dealing with. It's simply kind of like how to reach that potential, how to reach this relationship that it kind of satisfy both parties, because this card always talks about this giving. And you see in this deck we see lots of hands, not just like two hands. So it is kind of like you cannot be everything to everybody, and you kind of like have to understand also who you are to yourself. You also should stay away from being perfectionist unless you're able to really express your desires with a huge amount of kindness, because it could mean that in the past you have been seen as shrewd, but you're going to really be able right now, maybe that was the hesitation you had about relationship with someone, that the things were here done in a way that you were not be able to be romantic, that you were not able to give yourself and give who you are. And this is about giving and taking, or that you felt that somebody was taking advantage of you, because sometimes earth signs feel this way and they kind of like put this barrier really quickly. But this can simply indicate a really, really new, fresh, passionate beginning, or somebody from the past coming back and romancing the hell out of you, and it's going to be good. But this is Mercury retrograde, guys, so with Mercury retrograde you have to clarify things that have happened in order to move forward, and this in your case is establishing how to move forward, not just like, yeah, I still love you, I still miss you, and then 2 weeks later you still have the same issue. No, this is done completely differently in a very kind of like mature way. So this is really, really, really good. So kind of like really like that. So okay, and also guys, this is a week when I give a reading to one of my mods, and it's going to be Tori. It's going to be Tori. So Lati can give you a link, so you can just like send me and it's not 15 minutes. Well, I'll be doing these readings now, just one question, so that question could be 10 minutes, could be 20 minutes, and usually it ends up being like honest. So Tori, I'm love, you are the mod who is going to get a reading this week. Okay, so let's go with Taurus. Any Taurus in the house? Any Taurus in the house? Any Taurus in the house? Oh, Taurus, you have a double duty. You're actually doing the moderating job, Taurus. We have change. We have you, Queen of Discs, the matriarch. Ooh, we have love reversed. We have Ace of Swords reversed. We have wealth reversed. So, Taurus, what the heck is going on? There is like this huge indecision. And again, I see here that this conversation taking place over here, right? So you want things done a certain way. You have to understand that in a relationship, other people also want things done their way. And I really think you're going to kind of, and this can be a stipulation that maybe in the past it was not given share, that now you're figuring out, okay, so to make up, everything was your way in the past, now everything has to be my way. Well, that's not a solution either, because this is really talking about false solution. You're setting yourself up, and this is not going to actually result in something long term. It is like really, really important to understand that there are two people over here that you kind of like need to kind of like figure out how both sides can be satisfied, how both sides can actually move forward in a productive way. Because even if somebody says yes to that, they will actually lie to you. It's not something possible to do. And actually, funny enough, even if you kind of like jump the gun and say, wait, are you even able to do that, or just saying so because you want us to be together, right? That honesty and focus is really, really important over here. So if you kind of like preempt this and just ask them and they say, yeah, actually, yeah, I don't really think so, it's better to talk about it instead of like, this is really, to me, caution about being too rigid. That is kind of like really need to kind of like go and look outside of this. So if you don't want them anybody coming from the past, that's okay. And what I'm saying, I'm seeing possibilities here. When we don't want somebody from the past, they're simply on a block list. They are not even able to get through, or you simply tell them off. But sometimes if people come from the past, it's also really good to actually have the conversation with them to see why they're coming back, and to also find it's a self-discovery. So what is it about us that they miss? So it's kind of like really, really good thing. Another thing, like from the past, when I say from the past, you might meet a completely new person, right? But it's going to be the old soul in a new body. This still tells me there are some issues from the past that need to be addressed. So let me just see over here. Support. So I think the support is the key, because it has to be going both ways. This is clearly showing to me that, you know, you cannot demand certain things to happen to you. And I don't know if you're dealing with Capricorn or with an air sign over here. It could be again a water sign showing up here. But look at this. There is like this, yeah, it's two of us in this. It has to work that way. If it doesn't work this way, it just like makes one person want to like walk away from it. So it's kind of like you need to ask yourself, what can I do in order to support this person who I want to be with, or vice versa, right? Like how do I really behave in the situation, but also demanding the same from that other person. Queen of Cups is a good fit for you. It's somebody who might be a strong silent type, who kind of like maybe didn't tell you everything that he or she felt, but somebody who was ready to go to the next level, or somebody you'll meet who will be ready to go to the next level. But you also have to enter this new relationship differently, because doing the same things over and over, expecting different results, you know how that ends. So let's go with Capricorn. Capricorn. We have success reversed. So there is like some soulmatey feeling for Capricorn over here. Any Capricorn in the house here? Any Capricorn in the house? We have futility reversed, which is good. And we have swiftness. Oh, Capricorn. Yes, this is called success. It's reversed. The success is about somebody needing to be very important, somebody needing to be glorified, and it's exactly the opposite message. How about nobody's important? How about two of us are important? How about that unity? Because anything else, it says, is futile. Anything else is like deluding yourself, kind of like going in a situation where it's power struggle, it's a game instead of kind of like really moving forward. But then you're getting this swiftness. And actually, funny enough, the very thing that you think applying would not yield any results will yield results. The very thing you think it's not going to work and I'm never going to be with this person because of this and that, it's going to work. It's going to be absolutely it's going to be surprising what's going to be happening over here for you, Capricorn. This is about possible travel. Be very careful of flat tires in particular, or tire issues. And this is about coming a full circle, and I don't like, this is kind of adding to 21, which is the World card. And when we have the World card, it's kind of like really starting fresh. So do you really want to repeat and go for one more run of something that you have already previously experienced, or you really want to go in a completely new cycle, Capricorn? It's up to you. And look, exactly, I was just saying, it's up to you, and you're getting a clean slate. So guys, you know, You can literally write down whatever what you want for yourself this week. So just do this exercise and see what you will write down here, and you're setting this kind of like messages to the universe. So you will see it's actually more difficult than it appears. So just go for it. And the last is Virgo. Okay, Virgo. Oh my gosh, Stephanie. Oh my gosh, does support mean child support in this reading? It means that somebody's going to lie to you, but it looks like you're going to get the money, and you're going to just like face the BS and say, look, I have heard it before, I know how this story ends, I know where you're going with this, I just like really want to see results. It's kind of like really pragmatic. I think you'll get the money over here, at least a part of it, but it's going to be somebody who's trying to wiggle, or who might even try to just go back in your life in order to just prevent something of happening. So Virgo, let me just remove this. I'm putting this right in the middle of my reading. There we go. Virgo. Ooh. Virgo, you have abundance reversed. Look at this Hollywood style. You have peace, and you have art. Now, honestly, what I heard over here is the abundance, even though it's cups, it's in the other card decks, it really talks about friendship, it really talks about enjoyment. But I really don't think that this week is about enjoyment over here for you. This week is about truth. It's very similar, and please, Virgos, listen to Capricorn reading. This was adding to 21, and this is adding to 21. Is it? No. 15? No, this is, pardon me, this is adding to 19. And 19 is the sun, and we see the similar motive is in the sun card over here in this one, and this is the beginning of this kind of like fresh new cycle. But this is similar over here, like even in the world card, it's also kind of like karma accomplished. Here is not yet accomplished, but you are kind of coming in a phase that is going to be really good. I specifically love this card, and I don't know if you can see it over here. You know, the regular temperance card is shown like with this angel pouring these 2 cups, which you can see it hidden over here on basically in this kind of like graffiti, and the artist just like painted that, and she's like satisfied with her project. I really think here that peace is an art for Virgo, that this is more or less to me talking about internal peace with your own situation, with people in your life, with new beginning, that kind of like going, actually there is a 10 over here, like every single one of you earth signs is shifting in a new direction, in a much better direction. You're sort of like almost like you were a child, now you're an adult, and you're kind of seeing things completely through different sets of eyes, and this is about this balance, and it's kind of like merging these 2 things as something that seemed to be unworkable. And when this card shows up, it's the right time, in the right place, and the right person, the right circumstance. So it's all good. But don't focus on what you need to get out of it. Just like focus on energy, and that's what's going to actually be really rewarding. So let's see over here. Tenderness. Yes. I think it's about feeling vulnerable. And this King of Cups, it actually could be you, that you're finally opening up to love. It could also, I mean, I don't know, I'm picking up this, that maybe you felt harsh, maybe you felt love's not going to happen to me, maybe you felt, well, you know, I wish I had this Thanksgiving or Christmas, somebody with me over here. And this is ability to actually experience this like Sagittarian energy, almost like, guys, this you're going to feel not only this week but this entire period, like as if it's your birthday. It's going to be kind of like complete new sense of finding this peace, finding that ability to kind of relax. Tenderness happens when we are relaxed, when we are able to be around people who wish us well, who kind of like really want to help us. So it's kind of something that really is going in a good direction. Okay, so that's my reading for today. Should we do any Reiki? Anybody interested in Reiki? For a few quick minutes for Reiki if you want to, because today I do have energy and I do have time. So let me see. Okay. People from the other part of the globe can feel more home than the ones closest to you. It's very true. You know, I'm Aquarius, and I tend to be keeping people on the arm's length anyway. And I really have lots of friends who are all over the globe. And, you know, if it doesn't work that way, that I can feel their friends all over the place, and also I'm going to keep my friends at a very high standards. It's not like that we Aquarians feel like a magnet, we just like get everybody in. Nope, not the case. We kind of like really choose our friends. They need to be really progressive. It's kind of like weird. I was watching this design show, and I don't know if you know, and maybe you know, maybe it's not true, but people say the Canadians are sort of like lead in home design, interior design. Lately I'm just trying to kind of like work the Christmas new ambience. So there are two designers, Colin and Justin, is a gay couple from Scotland, and they're like sort of like in between Scotland and Toronto or Canada, most of the time working on both continents. So I was like looking at this guy, like I'm in Justin, I think his name is Justin Ryan, and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy is like so off and such a big, like, you know, oddball. And I said, he must be an Aquarius. So then I'm Googling, and nothing shows up, right? It just like shows those kind of like show designers from Scotland. And then I went and I Googled Justin Ryan astrology. Voila, he's Aquarius, February 10th. So yeah, I knew it, but it would be really good to see this oddball energy over here. So Reiki, we said yes to, please. Okay, that works. Let me just find some kind of relaxing music that we can apply. I hope I put it there. I did it. Let's do it here. And I'll have to put it down a little bit. So what the guys want you to do at this stage, I don't want you to watch it. I just want you to feel it. So in order to feel it, I want you to kind of like turn inside. I want you to really close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. I'll be walking you through all of this all the time. So today we are going to just like simply relax, and this is going to be your go-to for something that you can do. So for starters, let's take a few deep breaths. Take a breath in and release. Breath out. In and out. You're going to soon start to feel that my energy through my hands is just like coming to you. Some people may feel tingling sensation. Some people can feel itch and twitch. Their eyelids could be twitching. Other people could feel warmth. Some people can feel as if they're like in a bathtub, soaking in a warm, relaxing water. Other people sometimes feel smells. But if you're new at this, if Reiki is not still something you can just jump into it because it takes a certain level of relaxation, maybe you're just going to start to feel peace. So experience this peace as you're breathing in and out. With every breath in, just imagine this warm, sunny energy that I'm sending to you, just penetrating slowly. Let's say there's like 2 valves are opening in your big toes on both of your legs. Just imagine they just open, and all of a sudden this energy can start swirling in, and you're feeling it's almost like a smoke. It's something just moving, but it's feeling you warm. You really want it. It's coming through. You're feeling it in your feet. You're feeling it in your calves. You're feeling it in your knees. You're all of a sudden feeling that below your knee you're feeling so relaxed, but at the same time, you knew that any moment you could just like jump on your feet and just like run and do stuff and feel very enthusiastic. And what's this energy? It's kind of like yellowish, orange, kind of smoky thing, but it's not smoky. It's like that glow that's starting to feel. Let's move it up. Let's allow it to go into your thighs. Make it solid. Make it relaxed. Allow it to go to your hips. It kind of like feels lubricated. You're like feeling like, oh my gosh, you know, I feel like I'm 14. Anything is possible. You're not even thinking, oh, I need to get up. Oh boy, I'm old. No, you're actually thinking, oh my gosh, this is really, really amazing. So start feeling how slowly that energy starts to go up. And right now, you're feeling that area where your stomach is, where your hips are, where your, you know, regenerative organs are. It's kind of like really feeling with this orangey, yellow glow. And it's, you're being born again. You're giving birth to yourself. How do you do that? It's very simple. Because anything that here we accumulated, and this is where we accumulated tenderness in the stomach and grief and pain and that pit in the stomach and, you know, issues with what we do about who we are, our identity. We simply need to put that light, that yellow glow, and the dirt just dissipates. So just breathe in and breathe out for a few seconds and just like feel how these beautiful, vibrant colors are simply cleaning your soul. They're saying, yes, this is something that you had, but it was there to help you learn something about yourself. You don't need it anymore. You can just let it go. Hug it. Let it go. With your breath out, you can simply release it. It's going to leave your body through these like two big valves on your two big toes. Just make a breath in. Ask for more orangey yellow glow to come in. When you breathe out, release anything that's stuck, still there. You don't need it anymore. You can move forward. So let's move into our heart chakra space and heart and throat. That energy is coming up, and now you're feeling, oh my gosh, I actually have this new chance of this cleanse, and this newfound life and opportunity is in front of me. I am not stuck anymore. Enjoy it for a second that you're giving this opportunity. Feel how your heart is like feeling, oh my gosh, I am okay. I will be okay. I know I am okay. You can feel that joy. So if you have any darkness or any rigidness or any pain in this area, just crush it. Let it fall down in 1,000,001 pieces. And just ask the wind to come by and let it out of your body. You don't want it there anymore. Allow this like new found thing to pulse. Your heart is now like the sun. You see this like big yellow heart that is pulsing. It's a new baby. It's a new lease on life. How will you live it? And now go to neck and to your head, and you feel that you can do whatever you want. You're not constrained. You're not too old. You're not too young. You're not too fat. You're not too skinny. These are all these thoughts that we are given in order to learn about ourselves. You are beautiful. You are loved. And you have so much to give. So get ready. And lastly, that energy is going into our arms. And our arms is basically our motion forward in the times we live. We use computers with our arms. We can find a solution. We can find this new direction. Everything that you wish for yourself, you will give your arms the duty to look for you, to research. And you're not going to give up because you have this yellow, warm, sunny heart. Your arms are supposed to be the servants and get you where you want to get. Sometimes you're going to end up in a dead-end street. It could be a dark nook. Get out! Go and find a street where you need to walk on. Find the right people. Find the right street. You shouldn't give your love to anybody. You should give your love to people who deserve you. And so it is. Slowly allow yourself for a few minutes to feel this beauty, energy circling around and giving you this kind of new attitude, a new approach, a new willingness to do something. And slowly, when you're ready, when you did squeeze all this gray and harmful and scorn out, close those two valves on your two big toes and just enjoy the energy. It's your energy. This is who you are. You're loved and you're loved. And you can slowly, when you're ready, open your eyes and your day will be energized and you'll be ready to move forward with your new yellow heart. So slowly come to present and enjoy your day. So how is this, guys? Did you feel it? Did you enjoy it? How did it go? Are you okay? I just want to make sure that you're like feeling back, that you're feeling balanced, and that you're going to have the most productive day and the most productive week of all. And look, we have 33 people watching. It's one of those special numbers. 33 is the angels are with us. So there you go. You guys did it. You kind of called everybody. Hi Brooklyn. Hi Barbie. Nice to see you. So guys, I just want to tell you that I love you. Lati, did somebody win the reading? I didn't catch it. If you did, a sign. I think Tori dear is supposed to do that. So I just want to see who that is, and then look at this. We managed to stay together for about an hour and a half. And Tori, I did get your form. Thank you very much. We're going to send this to print. This is going to organize in a lineup in my work. And let me see who is next. Who is next? Hi Sophie, you showed up. You're not showing up recently. You're letting Matrix to kind of like shine. It's so nice of you. It's so nice of you. Aw, Dominky, you're welcome. So you really cleanse. You should go back when this process, when it's like fully uploaded, and just like do it a few more times. That means this is really working out. And anybody else kind of like go for a second or a third kind of like thing. So Tori, did she? I still don't see anything. Sefi, are you going to say hi? Oh no, everything is going to fall down. No, Sefi. Yeah, it's a lovely Sefi. Kalima, going to kill me. I am not able to. Oh, look at this. Like 3 o'clock in the morning. You're almost like me. I kind of like Sefi. There's going to be lots of cards on the floor. Are you going to say hi? That's nice. Do you love everybody? Do you like Reiki? Yes, I know that. I know that. Okay, so Lati sent me artist Kalima. Okay, I did see actually her leaving an email. I guess that was what was this all about. So thank you so much, guys. Sevi, can you kind of say hi to everybody one more time? Sevi, hi. That's it. That's it. Now you're a good girl. Hello from Belgium. Hi everybody. So guys, what's going to happen next? YouTube is going to process, upload. I think it's about 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how busy are their servers. It's not on my end. And then I think few people always come and stamp. And thank you so much for being here with me. I'll see you next week. And what we're going to do right now, we're going to play a little song to say kind of like bye-bye until next time, and then I hope to see you in next week. Love you guys and all the best. That was not a song, it was somebody ripping outside, so let's do this. See you guys. All the best. Hi guys, thank you everybody for being here. I will see you next week, and until then I wish you all the best.